trying to find a performance mode. I think it's like on the visuals or something. Let's see. Can you see me? Oh, let me know if you can see me because I'm trying to see if it goes through. Let me go to next. This is definitely giving me God of War feels. Definitely giving me God of War feels. Let me go to options though. No, I don't think that was going to show me all that in the beginning of the game. Let me go to because I don't want to get copyrighted. No, Focus Entertainment. They are very, they are very like stingy when it comes to their music. Are you certain you want to know? So how do you apply? That's like the new thing now where when you leave, you have to make sure that you press apply to the freaking thing or whatever. What's good, Risen Snake? Oh no, not you, Specs. I got somebody watching my stream. No, he was one of the people that he was one of the people that joined me and my friend's session yesterday when we was playing Helldivers 2. I've actually forgotten that he played with us. I've no, honestly, like I had my own crew. I had my own little like my little posse to play the game with. And I didn't even know that Risen Snake had the game. Shout out to Risen Snake, by the way. He's also a YouTuber just like me. He does like short reviews like I do, but he's not as fluid with it. He does mostly streams and gaming videos and stuff, which is his strength. My strength is the YouTube videos and stuff. Why don't I stream Helldivers too? You know what, dude? Honestly, man, I've came to a big a big contemplation, not just with Helldivers 2, but just with online games in general. Now the thing is, dude, I've enjoyed Helldivers 2. I did. I thought it was in fact, I think Helldivers 2 may be one of the best online multiplayer games I've played in a long while. I've been playing multiplayer games since the PS3 era, and since I get older, and you got new consoles on the way, you got new games and stuff, new online games and stuff, whatever. You begin to like deteriorate on playing each and every multiplayer game. I remember me and my friend, me and one of my best friends, we used to always try to try out certain multiplayer games. We was even trying to get Call of Duty a shot, but when it was releasing the same type of strategic ways of how to play multiplayer games, we was beginning to be on the picky side. We both had our own reasons, but my reasons was fluid. His reason was because of competition behavior, because he was mostly into like fighting games and stuff like that, and he wanted to play with randoms so he can get better. But he realized that some randoms would not give that same type of like earning respect. A lot of people like to own each other when it comes to multiplayer fighting games and shit like that, especially when they lose. When they lose, they leave the match and shit. So he kind of stopped playing with online randoms till this day, so he can appeal to like his friends and shit like that. My reasons is a little bit the same, but it's kind of more stressful because I don't play fighting games. That's the reason why I didn't buy Tekken. I didn't buy Tekken not because I wasn't good at it, but because by me playing online, mm, mm. Even if I was good at it, man, I wouldn't be able to handle that type of stressful behavior of how people talk online. Dude, I'm more of a physical like dude, like if that's how you really feel, come to my fucking face and say that shit to me. That's how I feel, dude. When you live all the way across the damn nation and you saying that shit, that don't mean nothing to me. So I had to put my perspectives elsewhere. But that's the reason why a lot of people don't even play with randoms anymore. A lot of people don't play with randoms anymore because of how people are. But honestly, dude, what I went through with Helldivers to today, I am done with online players, bro. I'm done with online games, period. I am done with online games because yeah. Well, you know what, Spax? I looked at your profile, bro. You don't really play online multiplayer games either. I've noticed that. You mostly play the games that I play. The last game you played was Alan Wake 2. How did you like that game? Yeah, yeah. I agree they did focus more on the black character saga, but I still didn't have no problem with it because even if they was focused on a character, they still explained more of Alan Wake's perspective. I don't know. I let that game go with some of that woke shit because it was still an enjoyable game. It was rated for mature, so certain things that they added on the game still made it exciting. I still liked it, Alan Wake too, and it's kind of better than Alan Wake the first one. They've improved a lot of shit. No, 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 no. Like that wasn't. I don't have. I want people to get this straight. Since you said that, I have no problem with Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is a very good game. It's actually a very fluid game as well. I don't want people to think that I'm done with online games because of the game that I played. It's because the experience I went through with my friends. Okay, I can't go through that shit again. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like I mentioned before, we get away from randoms because the lack of communication, the lack of understanding the other player when things get bad, and above all, the lack of trusting people when things begin to get bad. People enjoy online games when things is okay, and that was how Helldivers 2 was. We was enjoying it when the game was okay, when the game was fun, when we was killing these bugs, when we was doing these missions, going to these areas, getting all types of resources. But whenever accidents occur, when things got bad for us, when I chose certain levels and stuff like that, that was when the complications occurred, and that was when I was like going through bad phases. I was like, God damn, like you know me well enough for me to, so where's all this controversy coming from, Yeah. Well, I understand, Joe. Well, let me explain something to you. This isn't the first time this happened. This isn't Helldivers 2 wasn't the first game I had this problem with. It all started way, way back. I don't want to make too much examples. Nio 2. Nio 2 was a very good fluid game when it came to me playing it. And I came across two friends of mine. Well, I can't call them friends anymore because I don't know what the fuck happened to them ever since I had my distances with them or whatever. But I needed their help. I was going through a lot of bad shit on that game where I needed people to help me get stronger. These two friends helped me out, and they was dogging me out, telling me where to go, telling me how to do this, telling me how to do that. And these people acted like randoms. And I was thinking to myself, why the fuck am I playing? Like you guys are my friends. I might as well play with randoms now. You know what I'm saying? What people normally get away from with randoms was I was going through with my own friends on Nio 2. But it did not make me stop playing Nio 2. What I did was I stopped playing with them within a whole week, and I played that game by myself. YouTube videos helped me get better. Some people on those videos just tell me which weapon to use, what area to farm to get the best, progressing resources. And after that, dude, after a week, when they saw me playing on the weekend, they tried to join my session. They saw how strong I got. And that's one thing about me, man. I have very big dedication of motivation. When things bother me, I don't try to go lower. I try to go bigger than you. And when they joined my session and they seen how stronger I gotten, they did not know what to say at that point. They thought it was them that made me like this. And I told them, well, you made me like this in my integrity, but not with my progression. And at that point, I stopped playing with them. They was asking me like, you want to? And I was like, no, fuck y'all. I'm not playing with y'all no more. I might as well play with randoms. Y'all give me the same exact energy. I went through that same fucking shit on Monster Hunter. Needed help on Monster Hunter. I had a group of people that set me out in the game. Now, granted, they helped me get better, but it came with a lot of blood, sweat, tears, distrust, mishonesty, misguidance, misinformation, and it came to the point where I wasn't enjoying Monster Hunter anymore. I wasn't enjoying the Monster Hunter world anymore because the shit that I was going through was very stressful. It was very harder than me dealing with the monsters, bro, to the point where I was closing off my communications with them to the point where I grew to end up doing it, like doing things for myself on that game. I've been through a lot of that type of shit. I've through a lot of that type of shit to the point where I was beginning to question myself. If I'm getting away from randoms to play with friends, what's the difference? Now, some of us play with randoms and we see how strong, especially if they have like a big, like, like level up, like level like 100 and something, and you're like on level 15, and you want to play with these people, and then you want to add send them a friend request. But that's because y'all enjoying how things are. This person's doing one shot kills, but how is this person when it comes to you communicating with that person? That's what really matters to me, man. I want to be just as good as you, if not better. Give me some pointers. Well, try to do this, try to do that, and then when they guide you to get certain things done, or when a mistake happens, then they hardball your ass instead of understanding that mistakes happen. We've all been there, dude. We've all made mistakes. I mean, you being on a level 150, I'm pretty fucking sure you've been through some tough shit. Those professional players are even worse. Those professional players are fucking worse, dude. They will really dog you to the brim, and I feel like they said that well, it makes you get better. No, the stress comes when you go through hard areas in games, when you go through hard bosses, when you're trying to get better by progression to how much you lose, not when your fucking teammates is giving you a hard time, dude. You're gonna make them turn a gun on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Communication matters in video games, especially when it comes to you dealing with bad. Yeah, exactly, exactly, dude. And the thing about that is that when I was enjoying Helldivers 2, I was only enjoying it when we was doing things right. But our bond never sharpened when things was getting under pressure, and that's how it was today. Like, I had the same group of people playing with me. Risen Snake wasn't in the group this time, but I had the same group of me playing the game with me, and I had one guy that joined us, one brand new guy, and that's kind of what kind of fucked things up, because when that person joined or whatever, I don't know why this always happens, but every time I introduce a new person to the posse and shit, that's when things get really hectic. That's when things get really bad, dude. But we was going through some bases, we was going through some areas, and the game was having a lot of issues when it comes to us, like, shooting things and killing other monsters and stuff. We was dying so much to the point where it was saying that I was killing other players, and I was like, I was not doing that. But one of my friends thought I was, and it's like, dude, like, how well have you known me enough for me to not do that shit? Now, granted, I have, dude. We've all killed each other in that game. And when I kill people on that game, I will acknowledge it and I will own it. And I'll be like, it was my mistake. I'm sorry. But with a game with Hell Divers 2, bro, you can't get mad when people kill you. They're not doing it intentionally. Even critics, reviewers from IGN, and other YouTubers that's trying to get their fucking views up, trying to review this game as quick as possible, is gonna say that. You can get mad at anything, but don't get mad at player death, because that's going to fucking come. All that death, all that destruction, all that one hit kills with friendly fire, and you're not going to lose progression when you die either. You know what I'm saying? But they did not understand that. But it's not like I was killing them. I did not, and I had to look it up to see what was the situation. And people on Reddit.com even said this. They were saying that, you know, well, the game just came out, so of course it's going to go through some issues of glitches and stuff like that. But people online was even saying that, they was having like unknown friend deaths, and their friends was nowhere around, and I was going through that exact same thing. But why the fuck I gotta look that up? If you know me, you should know me well enough that I would not do that. You know what I'm saying? So I was going through the random PTSD moment, because this is shit that randoms would do. Randoms would say this shit to you. They don't give a fuck if they know you or not, because they don't know you. They will think that you're doing this to them because they don't know you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you're being an asshole. So, and it's like, dude, like, these are my buddies. They know I would not do this shit. Yeah, of course. That was a lot of times when they killed me, and I understood it. I never got. They could at least give me that much. As many times they killed me, shot nukes at me, I ran into their bullets and friendly fire, and it was my mistake because I wasn't aware of that. I didn't get mad at them. Yeah, I did say that. Oh wow, you killed me or whatever, but I let it go because I understand. I get it. You know, that never made any sense to me. Like, dude, I understand mistakes is gonna happen. That's how I was born. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when it comes to the other side of things, they don't understand if I make that same mistake. And it's like, bro, you know what, man? And I really got so frustrated. I really got so mad to the point where, I mean, and again, it came to the point where we they've gotten over it. It was behind us, but it wasn't behind me. I was having PTSD moments. It really got to my mind to the point where it's like, you know what? We're gonna keep going through this. We're gonna keep going through this when there's an accidental death. It's like, come on, bro. So I had to take a break for a while today. I took like a nap. I took like a 3 hour nap or whatever, and then my girlfriend came over, and yeah, like, cause I'm sorry if y'all see some stuff in the room. Me and her were still trying to clean up. She's downstairs washing my clothes, but like, she came over and she noticed that something was bothering me. So she knew that something was not right. So she was like, "You seem pretty off today." It is hard for me to hide my emotions, and I don't do it deliberately. I try to do it when it's not about the person that I'm mad about. But by me, that always laughs a lot, crack jokes a lot, is like a clown that's not juggling anymore. You're gonna realize that something's not right with that clown. But I told Sabrina the situation. I explained it to her, and I even told her how all this reflects on the things that I was going through in the past, and it was like giving me PTSD moments of just because all the online games I played and I've met friends by these online games, I cut them all off because I did not understand what was the point of me having friends playing these games and I'm going through the same shit with randoms. I try to avoid randoms because of shit like this. Lack of communication, lack of understanding the connection of the bond when things get bad, and just having that certain type of, like attachment when it comes to things being bad, bro. We should not have to have a bond when things are fucking okay, dude. That's not realistic. You've known me well enough to be like, you know what, goddamn, what the hell's going on? And keep saying that you're killing me, bro. What, like, nah, man, I'm not around that shit. I'm not doing that or whatever. Oh, okay, well, maybe something's wrong with the game, and that was the situation. Like, I had to look it up on fucking Reddit.com to see, like, then was it really me that was doing this? And I know it wasn't me. But the game just came out. There's a lot of bugs. There's a lot of like they kick us out of the game a lot on that game, bro. But fuck me, right? I was killing everybody. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. So I've told Sabrina the situation. I just hate when I go through these phases because when I go through it once, when I go through, it's not just with online. It's just when I have a situation where it costs me to change, like your first breakup, your first traumatic experience, your first personal death, the first time when you had to cut off certain people because they just don't feel the vibe connection of just how to deal with things when you do things wrong. I was having that same PTSD moment, and she understood because when me and her had our first argument, it led to a certain relation of what I went through with one of my exes, where they literally broke up with me over a fucking argument, and it wasn't even an argument; it was just a disagreement. But she was so delusional, she was so in her head and shit. Again, just another one of those people that just want to be with you when things are okay, your budget is okay, you drive, you got things situated. But one time I said no, I was out the door. Me and Sabrina went through that same argument. It wasn't the same argument, but we went through a certain debate. She got so mad about it to the point where she didn't want to talk to me, and I literally had to force myself to make her understand that I'm not going through that shit again. You decide to be with me, you better have a fucking good reason why you want to leave, and that's what I. Yeah, it's a debatable it's like a certain disconnect of opinion. Some people agree with what I've said, some people don't because they say I should not have to force people to stay. But bro, no. If you're staying with me and we're together, you better have a fucking good reason why you want to leave, bro. I just hate rewriting history of shit like this because when things like this happen, this is what really made me who I am, bro. So on edge, so triggered, so emotional, and it's not to the point that don't get me wrong. I don't want people especially people that knows me for a while, and it's so fucked up because my fans know me way more than the people I know personally. I'm not one of those depressing people. I've got out of my depression in the year 2017. When I went through my deep depressional stage and I've gotten out of it, don't get it twisted. I don't look down on myself anymore. I don't put myself down. I don't feel like beneath people and shit. Whenever I feel this way of frustration, I get angry. I be in rage. I want to put my hands on fucking people. So don't get it twisted. Whenever I feel like this, don't feel like, oh, he's depressed. Oh, this shit's getting to him. He's gonna cry. No, I'm the exact opposite. You better fucking put a bullet in my head if I feel like this, bro. But that wasn't the case today. I try to come to an understanding first, because again, these are my buddies, and again, I don't got nothing against them at all. But I feel like if we're gonna play online together, we have to understand how people are gonna react when things get like this. And one of my friends, and I actually feel bad for him, because the reason why I avoid things like this is the exact same reason why he don't play online fighting games, why he don't play online co-op to begin with. And I keep trying to push him to do this, but it's kind of hypocritical now since I think about it, because if I can barely go through this, how why would I keep making him do that shit? I think you might be the only one that said that shit. I think you might be the only one that said that shit. But you may be right though. You may be right. I think the reason why I try to push people to do things that I sometimes will try not to do is because I want people to have a better scenario. I want to be wrong most of the time, you know? But I just feel like at this point, dude, it's just I'm getting older. I'm getting older. There's a lot of things that's on my mind. And I just feel like by me going through that phase of what I went through today, I was in a very deep contemplating state of just thinking, you know, what's gonna happen now for me? What's going to be the situational method? Am I gonna keep this up? Am I gonna keep doing this? Do I like Hell Divers enough for me to keep playing it? I only liked it when I was playing with my friends, so I might not even play that game anymore. And to prove it, I deleted it. I deleted a lot of multiplayer online games for the past couple of hours after I woke up, because I literally had to think about the situation of what I've been going through, bro. Yeah, I keep touching this because I keep thinking that this is my I can't go. Oh, there we go. I keep thinking this is my other controller, the one I be playing a lot, but this is my new Nacon controller. I just bought this 2 days ago, but no, yeah, yeah, I can yeah, I could do that. I feel like that was an well, you know what was your reason though? I want to hear your reason. What was your reason why you stopped playing online games? I never asked you that. Shit. Wow. Wow. I don't even I've yeah. I don't even you know what, dude? I can see how that could like traumatize you. I can see how that can traumatize you. When you get so good at a certain game, and then when you got your friends trying to show you off and shit like that, I don't even know how I would take that. I don't even know how I would take that, honestly. Well, I feel like, and I agree with you, I should not let this stop me from having fun. I can look for more new people to play with. But the thing is, there's two reasons why I'm not going to do that. Number one is because these are my buddies, these are my friends. Of course, I'm gonna still be cool with them, but I'm not going to play online with them. I'm not. You know, I feel like, again, this is the real world. This is the world we live in, where we have to try to understand the perspective of two sides of a coin. You know, and most of I can't even say most of the times. It feels like every time. where they make a mistake or they do something that can trigger me, and by me being that, by me that's so triggered, that is so emotional, that is so close to just turning to the hawk any fucking second. I get what they're going through. I get where they're coming from. So when they make a mistake, when they do something that's on that level of me being in that frustrating mode, I let it go, because it's like, you know what, I love my friends enough for me to understand that they will not do this. But it's going back to what you said, because now you ain't the first person. You ain't the first person that said this. But I would not. I don't think he would do that. Now, if it was one of my other guys, yeah, because he has proved that enough for me to realize, you know what, this is how he really feels. This is literally how he really feels. And he has said this too. He don't remember it, but I think he doesn't want me to remember it. But I remember the day when he said that shit, and I was like, you know what, that's how he really feels. Okay, okay, okay. But no, this other, no, he's not like that. He's not like that at all. And that's the reason why I don't want to let it go. I don't want to like let them go or whatever, because it's like, again, you know, you have people that go through these type of phases, and no one's perfect, and I don't want people to be like me. I don't expect them to. And this is something that you would expect for them to try to understand if we have like this bond, you know what I'm saying? But no friendship is perfect either, because you're gonna have people that has like a good bond connection, but they won't buy shit for them for their birthday. You know what I'm saying? And then the reason number two why I won't look for other new friends to play these type of games with me is because, again, I'm getting older, dude. I'm getting fucking older. I'm at the age now where I have to set an example. And again, I don't mind making myself as the example. The things that I'm doing for my life, the things that I'm doing for myself, for my finances and everything, I have a lot to be proud of. I have a lot to be happy of. And there are things I looked upon with me being a novel publisher, me being a YouTuber, me like having money in my pocket. There's a lot of things about me that I'm very proud of, and I don't want to keep looking at certain things that can put me into that phase where it can really frustrate me and shit. The more stressful you are, the more stressful you are, the more you will forget the things that you have worked hard for. And this is something that's not worth it. But dude, I don't have the time to look for new people. I just don't. At one point, you have to make a sacrifice, and I've sacrificed a lot to get to where I'm at. And I would not mind if I sacrifice online gaming. I would not mind at all. I would not. I just don't have the you know the what you would call it, the friends and the bond connection to keep the flow going. People think that it ended on the PS4, but I think it ended on the PS3. Well, you know what? It's not just me. A lot of my friends are like this. A lot of my friends are older than me. You got some that got kids, you got some that got, that work in businesses, and you just got some that just gotten to the age where they're kind of like me when it comes to their integrity level. But and that's another reason too why I want to give up on online games, because I get more stressed out. And if you look at the whole list of people who get mad on online games, it's mostly older people, because it's not how it used to be back in the day. No, honestly, I have not went through that problem with Smash Brothers. Everybody said that they first rage of losing friends with Smash Brothers. No, not me. I mostly play with my cousins on Smash Brothers. We had some friends that play with us every now and then, but whenever we do like kills and we like knock people off and we get wins and stuff like that, we wasn't mad at each other, because it was a fucking video game, and our bond was so attached to the point where no matter what we went through, it's just a game, bro. We get it. But it's not like this anymore, dude. It's not like this anymore. No matter how cool you are with a person anymore, dude. You make one mistake, man, then they're gonna fucking cut your head off, dude. And I hate that shit so much. It's like, dude, we may share the same, like, we went through the same problems, but at the same time we may not have healed the same. But remember, dude, we're not doing, like, when these type of things happen, it kind of questions my like whole logic of, what is the difference between playing with my friends and playing online if I'm going through this problem? It's not much of a big difference Only difference is the name of the person and maybe how you met them. But other than that, dude, when you go through a certain phase of a complication like this, that's when you begin to try to compare to see how things are under pressure. Okay, I made a mistake. I fucked up. Are we cool? Nah, bro, man, what's wrong with you? But dude, like that I wouldn't do that to you. Well, it said it did. Even if it said it did, I didn't do that on purpose. But again, and I literally doubled down on that. It's like, well, he said that. No, it said that I killed him. Well, he said that I killed him over 5 or 6 times, probably like around 10 or 11. But it's like, dude, no, Like, no. Why would I? Like, you would think after the first time I'll be more careful, but it kept saying that. So that was when I was like, nah, bro. I and I had to double down on that. I was like, I don't give a fuck what the game is telling you. You and I both know that this game is going through bugs, it's going through issues, it's going through us staying on the fucking servers and shit. They keep kicking us out. But you want to believe what this game is telling you now? You know what I'm saying? And I literally had to ask him, "Did you see me kill you?" He said he can't tell. He said he don't know. So I was like, okay, if you haven't seen me kill you, then that's all I need to know because I know what I'm doing. And as many times I've killed people on games like this or whatever, again, I own up to it. I'm like, you know what, my bad, my mistake. I didn't mean to. It was my mistake or whatever, you know. But again, I'm talking in circles, but it goes back down to understanding a person, you know. So that just made me feel like, you know what, I'm going through the same shit I'm going through with randoms. Get mad, curse me out, saying all this stuff or whatever. And it's like, damn, it feels like I'm playing with a random guy, man, because damn, if he was cool with me, he wouldn't say this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, it really questioned my whole authority to try to go online and see. And I went on a lot of websites, man, and a lot of people were saying the same thing. They were saying that, I forgot this guy's name. It's one of those weird names, but they were saying that they was like playing on some area or whatever, and it was like on level 12, level 13 or whatever. And I guess they was playing the game a lot to the point where they was beginning to go through a lot of bug issues to the point where, and I was seeing this too, where when you kill a lot of bugs, you see some get stuck in the screen and stuff like that, and some of them will still move and try to attack you, but it'd be like for a brief second. But they were saying that they was doing so good to the point where they upped the difficulty level, and that's what we kind of did. We upped the difficulty level, and things was broken, bro. The enemies would not stay down. The enemies was like killing us a lot. But then when we tried to kill them, we was dying so much to the point where it was saying that the players was killing each other. And um, yeah, I don't know about everybody else. I can't speak for everybody else, but with me, I feel like if one of my friends saying that they kept killing me, I would try to do some research about that. I would not, you know what I'm saying? You can call me a fool, but I feel like I should trust you enough to know that you won't do that shit to me constantly. Now, if you feel like I would do that to you, then you have to question why I would do that to you. Do you have something that I want? Am I jealous of you? But that ain't the case. Again, it's going to that whole trigger method, So again, I don't think he's like that. I know my other buddy is like that, but I know he's not like that. So again, like I just I had to kill this. I was like, you know what? I'm done with online games, period. I'm done with this shit. I'm not going through this shit no more. I'm sick of this shit. I went through the same shit on Remnant 2. I went through the same shit on Monster Hunter. I went through the same shit on Nio. I'm done with this. I'm done with this shit. I disagree with you on that. Games are good, games are bad, but friends can make the games better or they can make it worse. Friends can make the games better or they can make it worse. Going back to Smash Brothers, the reason why a lot of people don't like Smash Brothers because of the online shit that they go through. I have not heard not one person hate the game because of the game. People have hated the game because of the characters and how they play with them online, which goes to the online, friends and random people. So I disagree with you on that. Helldivers 2 is not a bad game. It's a good game, but you may not like it, and you can hate a game. You can hate a good game, but hating a game and the game being bad is two different categories. The game is good, is really good, but if you play with friends that has the same type of situational method where they will only have fun with you, and they'll only understand when things are a-okay. See how they are when you know when things get bad. Go to an online you know match, and when shit gets bad, and then there's like a couple of like there's some deaths and destructions, bro. And let me know how things are. But you say you don't play online anymore, bro. But the way how you explain it is so you're telling me you haven't played online since 2015? Jesus Christ. Jesus. My girlfriend said the same thing. She said the same thing. Well, you know what, at this point, dude, I was just gonna play this, but you know what, I had to stream this because I had to like put my voice out there. Because when I posted that Helldivers video, and then people was looking at it and they was laughing about it and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure people are wondering how I'm enjoying the game. And again, I like it. The game is good, but with the people that I had to play the game with, it kind of deteriorated my experience. It gave me a lot of bad PTSD vibes, dude. I just, you know, I remember that episode. I remember that episode. What was that episode where when Bubbles and Buttercup they had like that producer that was trying to get them famous and everything was cool with them until they was asking him questions and he got so pissed off at them and stuff like that. I mean, it's not realistic, dude. I feel like it's understandable that we have a relation and we have a connection, but it's just, dude, like the difference of opinion comes to how we deal with things differently, and how we deal with things differently is how we know how people really are. You know what I'm saying? What pisses me off? Well, literally what I just said. What pisses me off is when we have a disconnect of understanding mistakes. And trust me, there is a lot of things that I can get mad at when I play online with people. I have played online with people and they have stolen loot from me. I've played online with people and they have taken my progression. I have played online with people and again they have killed me. I have played online with a lot of people and they have done a lot of dumb shit. Vice versa. But again, I get it. You know what I'm saying? And most of those times it can be mistakes or it can sometimes be intentional just to play with the player and stuff like that. But again, I know you well enough to not get mad at you. And it's like, you're not a random, you're my buddy. You're my brother. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you was a random person, then yeah, I would be pissed off. So I avoid that. But what's the point of avoiding it is if I do the exact same thing once, and sometimes doing it once can trigger my friends to be pissed. And it's like, dude, like, can't you give me the same energy, bro? And then when I get mad, when I get so upset because people they're not used to me getting mad. I rarely get angry. You can ask all my friends this. They normally see me in a happy, energetic mood and stuff. And when they get in these certain modes of frustration, I'll be the one that tries to cheer them up. 50-50, I get hit with the back burner, and sometimes they do take my advice. But that other side, I just let them be because I sometimes try to knock my way into making them understand, but then I get frustrated. And I was like, you know what, fuck you. I'll leave you alone. I can feel your energy. But whenever I get pissed off, they don't know how to deal with it because they don't because they're not used to me being this way. You know what I'm saying? And this is not a good feeling that I have. I don't like being like this. I hate being like this. But to be pissed off, to be frustrated, to have this certain type of anger recognition, it comes with wisdom. Why am I mad? Right? Why am I pissed off? Well, the situation is because of what happened. I'm mad because of what I went through with the game, what I went through with my friend. Okay, is this gonna happen again? Yes, it's gonna fucking happen again. Well, how are you gonna stop this? I'll stop it if I stop playing. Bam, problem solved. I'm not gonna stop it by stop talking to my friends. No, we're not perfect. we're all born equal, but we all live different lives. We all have different paths of how we live our lives. So I forgive them on that method. I just don't forgive myself by keep going through the same fucking thing. This is literally my fault by keep going through this shit. I should have been killed this shit. I should have been killed this shit. And I should have been just like my friend, bro. Because he said he stopped playing with randoms a long time ago. And that's the reason why he even stopped playing with friends too, because he went through that same problem. That person I'm talking about is Ashley Brock. Now I know people think that I hate Ashley Brock since I put her on blast in my YouTube video when she tried to press charges against me, but I don't hate that woman. And you know what? Back then I had like a bad blood with her because I never understood how she really was. But seeing how I am now and me going to her footsteps, I get it, and it's actually frightening because when you don't like a person and you don't understand a person, it's because you haven't been in that person's situation. I've been through her situation enough to fully understand her situation. And it's like, damn, I'm beginning to be like Ashley Brock now. Now I understand why she cut off a lot of people. Now I get why she has literally cut off even her husband because of this shit. And it's like, God damn, dude, am I becoming Ashley Brock? I hope not. But unlike Ashley Brock, and I still feel like I'm better than her. At least I understand the other side. I don't cut people off by just saying, it's all you, I'm perfect, let it be. No. Ashley Brock did that. And to prove that she did that shit to me without understanding where I was coming from. And I'm pretty sure by me understanding her now, and if I would have went back in time, nothing would have changed. In fact, I would have really would have went AWOL on her too, because I would understand her formula. But part of me do understand Ashley Brock's situation. Like, cause it's like, God damn, I get it now. I understand. You spend so much time building this bond with this person, making things right, making things perfect, making things orchestrated to the point where you don't feel like a couple anymore. You feel like a fucking corporation. You feel like gang members to the point where only way if you break that bond is if y'all die. Y'all sign y'all names in blood. Y'all have literally sacrificed a lot to get to where y'all at. Y'all been through hell and hot water together. Y'all literally seen how the devil looks. And the devil is a fine female with a nice big ass tail. But when you go through one problem, when you go through a hill to cross, and that hill is coming with a lot of rocks that is putting a lot of, cuts in your foot when you're busy climbing, a lot of blisters and a lot of bruises in your hands when you try to reach to a rock or whatever, those bruises is a connection and a bond with the person that you're going with. You will bleed. You will get bruised. When you share those bruises and those cuts and scars with that person to indicate y'all struggle. Remember when we went through this problem together and we got out of it, how bad it was? Yeah, I remember that, bro. See, that's how tight we are. No matter how bad the situation is, we can still we can see things through because we get it. We got each other, bro. We know we won't do that shit to each other. That wasn't the case here. That wasn't the case with the games that I was playing. That's the reason why I understand Ashley Brock, because she just didn't understand. No, Ashley Brock will never watch my videos ever again, and I understand. I probably understand. Same thing with that Puerto Rican bitch. I forgot her fucking name. It took one of my best friends to sacrifice me and her to stop talking. And to this day, she feels bad about that shit. Me and my friend was fine until he met that bitch. And me and him, we had to stop talking because he got so pussy without even getting the fucking pussy. She broke up with him because he was too overprotected. And that's the reason why girls don't date simps. Because they will use them, but they won't date them because they know it's gonna be hard for them to it's gonna be hard to let go of them. Because they won't take no for an answer. He won't let me know that, but I found out. But she felt guilty because I stopped talking to her, she stopped talking to him, and now she feels empty about that shit. She's gonna carry that shit to her fucking grave. I swear, women like that, they are so prideful. They are so prideful, bro. And I hope it's hurting her to the fucking brim, dude. Now, as for the guy, I hope he's doing well, and I hope he's became a better man ever since then. Because I feel like I feel like you're a weak ass son of a bitch. If you let a female like that you don't even fucking touch, that you don't even fucking be with, ruin your whole career. Because I know guys that got their careers ruined, and they are with these girls. They got kids by them. They're married with these girls. At least they got something back in return. But nigga, you haven't even done nothing with this woman, and you have not, like, you've lost and you've sacrificed everything for this girl. She wasn't even a good-looking woman to begin with. That's worse. Yeah, that's actually worse than a simp. I'm glad you agree with me on that shit. But yeah, my point is that, well, hold on, let me see, bro. My point is that because I do have some people. We went through a lot of shit together, but it's because of that shit we went through that's made us so tight, bro. I would literally take a bullet for my buddies. I really would. I would literally sacrifice myself for my friends, you know. But my point is, though, Joe, I'm not cutting the whole multiplayer game off because of the whole bond. It's because that's one of the reasons. But my main reason is because I'm trying to save my own frustration. I'm trying to save my own rage. That's the only reason. I love them to death, and I love them enough for me to cut this whole thing off. You know, it's like raising a child. It's like when you grow this connection with your kid and they get to a certain age, there are certain things that you need to stop doing to that kid because it's beginning to hurt you. So at this point, you're getting to the point where it's like, you know what, this I need to stop this. I need to stop this. This is literally killing me from the inside. You know, the birthdays is nice. The us talking is nice, whatever. But whenever this kid is doing something to me that I have to let go, it's hurting me even more. No, I don't. I'm not that type of person to do that. I've never yelled at anybody because I feel like if we're not communicating correctly, if we're not trying to see things through like civilized human beings, why am I gonna yell at you? I feel like if we're gonna get to that point where we're gonna yell at each other, we might as well just fight. We might as well just brawl it out. That's just how I feel, bro. I did that to one guy at my job. He was yelling at me and just getting out like, and I'm just looking at him like, is he talking to me or whatever? You were just yelling at me just to close a container. He didn't even have to do that. So what I did was I was going closer to him as he was yelling, and I got so close to him to the point where I told him, "You see how I'm getting close to you, right? The more you yelling at me, the more closer I'm getting to you. I'm not gonna yell back, but when you yell at me one more time, I'm gonna let something else do the talking. I do not value my job enough to let you talk to me like that. I don't even let my fucking parents talk to me like that. At this point, bro, we're not gonna be two cats arguing. If that's how you really feel, let me feel your frustration. That's just how I feel at this point. And at that point, he changed his whole mode. Well, I'm just saying, dude. I'm just yeah. That's a better attitude to have, bro. That's a better attitude to have. Oh man, my waves is kicking in. Oh, mm-mm. I honestly try to stay away from girl gamers, bro. They're not like how they used to be. People think that girl gamers is like like because I've heard this a lot where when guys want to get away from other guy gamers because they're so stooped up, they're so prideful, and I agree. I mean, there's a lot of guys that's like that in the gaming community, but honestly, the girl gamers are worse. The girl gamers are worse. They demand a lot of shit, dude. They act nice, man, but when you piss them off, dude, I've seen this happen a lot, dude. No, like girl gamers are fucking worse. Don't let the cosplay, don't let the game, like similarity that y'all can both play get you into that loop of being a simp, bro. These girl gamers are fucking worse. They are worse, dude. They like Joe, like their emotions is in a video games. Their emotions is in their video games. They have a bad day with their boyfriend. They play a game with you, and then something gets wrong. They're gonna compare you to their boyfriend and shit. No, no. Mm-mm. Girl gamers are worse. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but just the ones that's gonna get offended to what I'm saying that may relate to what I'm saying. They are fucking worse. I try to get away from girl gaming. My girlfriend, I can't say that she is a casual gamer, but she's not like very like balanced to the point where she'll play the games that I would play. Majority of the time she would play games that's like based on like blockbuster activity. Like the last game she played, I seen her play with Spider-Man 2. She actually had the energy to beat that though. Yeah, I'm gonna review this next. This is like a suggestion of one of my old buddies. His name is Elijah. I don't know if Elijah is looking at this, but it's a big shout out to him. I'm gonna review this. This is gonna be a surprise. I don't know if y'all can look at the logo, but let me look at. There we go. Blue Gender. This anime is pretty freaking crazy, dude. Like, and I have to look at the headline to it to see what it's about. But it's like it's very post-apocalyptic, bro. I heard about that being on Tsunami, and I'm trying to remember that, but I don't know. I remember Cowboy Bebop. I remember Tenchi Muyo. Of course, Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha. Of course, those fucking shows. But I don't remember Blue Gender. It's like a blur, bro. You know what? I think I have time to play. Um, yeah, because after this, I'm gonna go ahead and like get some sleep. I wanted to get my indication right before I've just to get my feeling into the whole situation, just to add closure to it. Because if people don't want to know like why I don't stream online games anymore, I want people to look at this video. Like this is literally the reason. And yeah, like well, yeah, you got Dragon's Dogma coming out. You have well, that Monster Hunter game ain't coming out till next year, so I'm not thinking about that shit. Will I get them? I might, but I'm not gonna play online anymore. Like it's just, dude. Like I feel like I have to build myself to like the game, and if I build enough of that, like I did with Nioh 2, I should be straight. But I'm not touching Helldivers 2 no more. I'm done with that game. I'm through. I'm done with that. No, a game like Helldivers 2, I picked through it. While I was playing with my friends, there are things on that game that you have to do with your friends, dude. Like you have to open certain doors, do certain side missions, like do certain puzzles and stuff like that, beat certain enemies. That game is like 85% multiplayer based. Yeah, yeah, 85%. hmm The other 15% is you playing the game by yourself, but you're gonna miss out on a lot of shit. No, don't apologize, dude. Don't apologize. No, this is I've out of anything, I feel more relieved. I feel more relieved because when things like this bother me, I try to figure out how to get around it. Like that's what bothers me the most, dude. Is that when I have a problem, I don't know how to resort to it. And I thought the result was just okay. I made a mistake, and if it was me, I'm sorry, but I don't think it was me. But that wasn't the case. Like they did not believe me. They didn't fucking believe me. And it's like, dude, you know me well enough. You know me enough for me to not do this shit. So I was like, you know what? After doing my research, I was like, you know what, dude? If this is gonna keep bothering me, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna fucking stop. Look at me. I'm losing my fucking hairline. But no, this doesn't come with this did not come with video games, dude. It was the shit that I was doing right after right after I became, a novel publisher. When I went to the world of like novel publishing last year, publishing my shit left and right, and I was just going through the world of, you know, trying to be in the lane of not being mainstream, but just trying to be successful, get things situated. It's not what people have promised, bro. You try to be in the real world of trying to get shit right, no one is gonna have your back. The people that said it's down for you, they're gonna look at you. And I found out too recently that majority of my friends, bro, they have not read not one of my books at all. They haven't. And then these are some of the friends, bro, that I've talked about putting them in my books, orchestrating that story with them, and I've been getting like lighter responses. People that read my book gets more excited. But like my buddies that I was telling this shit to, they was like, "Oh, that's good. That's all right. That's good." You know, and it's like, dude, if somebody told me they was putting me in their book, I'll be ecstatic. I'll be like, "Wow, really? What am I gonna do on there? What's gonna be my name? What part of me are you gonna put in the story that's gonna relate to me as a person?" You know? But no, it's like there was no question asked. There was no type of fluidity of them feeling hyped up about what I was doing. And that's what made me realize something. I was like, I doubt that they fucking read my shit because then they'll ask me questions about it. But now one question: is there going to be a sequel? Is my character going to die? What happened to the end of this part? Nothing. Nothing at all. That was when the frustration was beginning to hit me more. It felt like I was working. It felt like I was shaking hands with fake motherfuckers, dude. And then I thought that the people with the suits was worse, but no, they actually let you know straight up. You know what I'm saying? And then my publisher, Hannah Strode, she was even telling me too. She was even asking me, like, did some of your friends read your book or whatever? And I was like, I don't think so, because they haven't told me anything about it. Even majority of my parents haven't either. And Hannah, she's at a very later age. Most of her family members are dead, dude, because of old age. And she has like a handful of friends that don't even read her shit either. So what she's going through is a lot worse. But she had to close all that off and just be focused on what she wants to do. And when you do that, you kind of feel emotionless. And it's like, dude, I don't want to feel like that. But I do want to close off certain layers of people's activities so I can prevent myself from being frustrated too. I'd rather do that than feel emotionless. I'd rather do that than feel emotionless. Because what you're going to do is that when you meet somebody for the first time, you're not going to feel no type of charisma to that person because you've been hurt so much. Layer them off, dude. Don't cut them off completely. Just layer them off, because if this is a pet peeve that they are going through and that you don't like, just layer that off. Be like, you know what? This is not the time for me to talk to you right now. I'll talk to you when you feel better. I do that all the fucking time. There'll be times when some of my friends are in a bad mood and I feel like they're gonna take it out on me. I just cut them short. I cut them short and I just let them go. Especially if I'm having a good ass day. I'm not gonna let these motherfuckers ruin that shit for me. So as soon as I feel like that your vibe ain't right, and if I'm not enough to make it better, why the fuck are we talking? Talk to me when you feel better or when you are willing to tell me your situation. But other than that, I'm good, bro. I'm all right. I don't want to deal with that shit. That's why I end up cutting off online games, because I'm not going to cut off my friends completely. This is just a certain issue that they have that I don't like when it comes to them relying on people when it comes to things being bad, and they don't trust what they are going through when it comes to them being under pressure. I'll just cut the fucking game off. That's how you feel? We can stop this. You know what I'm saying? We can fucking stop this, dude. Yeah, a lot of people will just stop the friendship there, but no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. There's no reason to. There's no reason to. It's just a fucking game. I'll literally just delete the game before that shit. I'll delete the game before I do that shit. I've been through this so many times to the point where even I cut off some friends too. I did that with Nayo and I did that with Monster Hunter, to the point where I had to limitate my excitement. I'm playing with this person now. Okay, now I gotta watch what I gotta do. I'm not gonna enjoy the game. Of course, I gotta watch what I gotta do, but I gotta be at a safe distance. I gotta like watch what I shoot. I gotta watch how I shoot. Nah, man. If that's the case, I'll just leave the fucking thing alone. I'll just leave the fucking thing alone. Hold on one second. Okay, let's apply this. All right, so it is on performance. All right, performance favor perform favor performance at the cost of better graphics quality. Quality favor graphics quality at cost of performances. let's cut the motion blur off. I keep forgetting that. All right. That's like one bad thing about the Nikon controller is that it doesn't have a vibration feature. They may update that, but the other Nikon controller for the PS4, it does vibrate. Let's put this on normal for now. Not trying to get that damn hypergenic.
Madam, sir, the ship lies at anchor off New Eden. A tender stands at your disposal.
Madam, sir. What the hell? Oh, it's too. Wow, look at the graphics to that shit.
I dreamed of clouds. Great long
Adult
fluffy
knob
bastards.
game. What is that?
Low over the sea.
You know what? I might do that, but it depends on how I feel, dude. Because I was literally going to an emotional breakdown, but that's only because I was so confused. But if I'm feeling that way tomorrow, I might not go to work. I might not go to work. I'll explain it to my manager. I'm pretty sure my manager will understand. But if I'm really not feeling it tomorrow, I'll just let them know that I'm still going through an emotional breakdown after what happened this weekend. So we'll see. We'll see. Damn, you really you know how I really feel. Holy shit, this is scary. Well, it ain't scary, but Spax, you live all the way in Delaware, bro. I've damn dude, I still have not seen how you looked. But yeah, dude, stuff like this is just it bothers me. It puts me into a collision course. That's all it does. But I'll be fine. I'll be all right. Let's go to continue.
I dreamed of the abyss, in the darkest reaches of the deepest ocean.
She looks beautiful.
A good day to you, my love.
And a good day to you, too.
Are we in New England?
Welcome to America.
Something's bothering you.
Charles's letter.
What of it?
The ghost must be uncommonly dangerous, or he would banish it himself.
And we shall charge him double.
I'm serious. If the Reverend needs help, this can be no easy.
You know what? Now since I'm talking about this, I want to let everybody know this is something I was trying to. I wanted to wait until things get situated, but this is going to be a life-changing week for me. It's going to be a starting point, but dude, my journey of what I'm trying to do is starting. It's starting. I'm gonna start doing things for myself that is gonna impact my life, and this is actually good and bad. The good thing is the fact that it's gonna evolve me to be more adapt. The bad thing is of what's gonna cost. So I just want people to be aware. I'm gonna still be here. I'm gonna still make videos, but probably not as more fluid as I used to. I don't even make a lot of videos anymore. I don't. I take my time with my material because I try to focus my creativity and have a clear thought. But there's things that is going on with me that I have to adjust and reevaluate, and it's happening quicker than I expected. We're already about to be in March pretty soon, so I can't say it's happening fast. I'm just not aware maybe time is going back quicker than I expected because we're already like one half away from we're already one half away of this year, dude. January, February, March. We already about to be we're at the third month already, like most likely.
Business.
It's
Red,
scary, dude.
you best be ready.
I'll be careful, Master Duarte.
I hope I'm not in the way of any button
Your
configuration.
apprentice stands ready to serve. Come on, Atea, we need to go. I need to be.
Rory McWraith, gallant to the last.
Life to the living, death to the dead.
Consider our lovers, Antea and Red, the greatest banishers I ever knew. Life to the living, we say, and death to the dead. It is not so simple. Since the dawn of humanity, the dead have lingered.
IGN
Dead
has
as
gave this game a
alive,
good
we
score.
are complex and emotional beings. Many and tangled are the ties that bind. Since the beginning of memory, banishers have fought to sever those ties. Death is but a trifle. It comes to us all. To haunt or be haunted. There lies the true horror. I, Charles Davenport, should know it. The haunting of New Eden scared me to death. I dearly wish I had not begged my friends to come and lift the curse.
That's a day after my birthday. Wow.
If this is June, I'd hate to see January. If I'd wanted to freeze my backside off in the summertime, I'd have stayed in Scotland.
London wasn't much better.
Look at it. As cold as a bishop's arse, and twice as white. I don't mind saying it, I'm very disappointed.
Charles wasn't lying. New Eden is cold as death. You may well be disappointed.
I don't think many. I don't even look at views anymore. I've stopped I've stopped for a year. Ever since like what 2022, I've stopped looking at views. Views used to discourage me, but I've gotten over that. I was like, you know what, people are gonna look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take time. Like one of my Apple Seed reviews gotten over 300 views, bro, and it's still going up slowly, slowly. So I don't really look at views anymore, dude. I post videos just for my own influence, and then when people join my chat, that's enough for me to make a podcast. I don't care who joins it. I don't care who looks at it, because you got people that looks at these videos and they hope that I'm playing the game, but y'all know I do more talking than anything. For fuck's sake, if you want to look at somebody that does a walkthrough in this video, watch Asmongold. Watch all these other fucking YouTubers that's mainstream for doing this shit. I'm not one of them. I'm more of a social streamer, dude, not a gaming streamer. I do the gaming so I can broadcast it. That's enough to sucker y'all in. Well, not you, Stacks, but yeah, it's just other people. That's why it goes up and it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. And then when I do play the game, I gotta watch what I do on the game and try to make sure I'm a badass in the game. And then it goes up and it goes down. And then when I try to not talk and I try to get focused onto the story of the game, it goes up and it goes down. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do. I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do. And like it bothered me, and I just stopped. I was like, okay, like all right, I'm streaming. I wasn't streaming for the wrong reasons, but I was streaming for the wrong intellect. And I was like, you know what? I need to stop this shit. Just, talk to people, answer their questions, laugh at their fucking jokes, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you're ignoring, you see, look, I'd rather pay attention to the people that's appreciating my stream and asking me questions than trying to appeal to the people that I don't even fucking know that's just gonna be there for like 5 seconds to see if I'm playing the game. I don't know you. Get the hell up out of here, dude. If you're gonna stay, I appreciate it. But if you go, I don't know you. Fuck you and your mother. That was kind of harsh. I apologize. I still meant what I said, though.
You'd better be at the tavern. With a hot grog. Or two.
Now we got some gameplay.
I think I weary of long, boring sea voyages to grim, faraway lands.
I can't remember the last time we did something else than work.
After this, we should set sail somewhere warm and safe. The dead don't linger.
No such place. But it's not a bad idea.
Have I mentioned how grim this place is?
I heard you the first time, but I don't disagree.
Oh, it's X? That would be circle. Oh, circle is how to dodge.
I think we can get through here.
Sure. Let's go traipsing through the rotten, falling down house.
Looks steady enough.
Shit.
Watch out!
Ugh. Is it just me, or are we not welcome here?
Keep going. I'll find a way to meet up with you. Overeager apprentices.
The only way I see is through here, but
I can break my way through here.
all right, y'all. I'm gonna quit it here. It's already 2 o'clock. I gotta fold some of these clothes. I gotta fold some of these clothes, and then I got some more clothes to get out of the dryer. Oh fuck! I was hoping to do a little gameplay, but I don't have enough time. Hopefully, well, my next game review is a PS2 game. It's a Japanese PS2 game, believe it or not. But other than that, y'all, you know what? By you saying that, I appreciate it. I don't like talking about shit like this. But a downtime, knowing what's on my mind is what's important. Because I do agree. It does bring the human side of things. People don't want to just hear reviews and look at Let's Plays. People want to see how people are really feeling. That's why I always ask people how people are feeling and how people are doing and stuff like that. But I do appreciate it. And above all, I appreciate y'all watching the stream and stuff. Next video I will post, it'll probably be the review of Blue Gender or maybe the PS2 game I mentioned. But we'll see. Other than that, guys, I hope y'all have a good one.